was really good to have a win after 9 months of not competing, and I really have to beg to get fights. I mean, it's tough with, a small weight class, people getting injured, people already matched up, and, I'm always asking for the top 10, but if, those girls are fighting against other people, then, it kind of puts me back a little bit, but, no, I'm excited that I won, and, as far as my performance goes, it isn't the amount of action that I typically enjoy in a fight. Like, even as a wrestler, I like a high pace. I like a lot of things going on, like I'm good in scrambles, so that's what I want. But, for this fight, since Jessica and I had already trained several times together when she was still at 125 in Bellator, and she's an excellent training partner. So, I went into it. This one was more of a chess match. It isn't the first time that we're being exposed to each other's strengths and weaknesses. And so, most times when I get in there, then people are like, oh crap, she's really strong. But Jessica already knew that. She already knew not to even mess with that. And I knew how fast her strikes were. I knew, and she has really, really good kicks too. So, even in practice, she brought them up high, and, she's fast with them. So both of us were like trying to feint, trying to be selective, trying to, get in and get the things that we wanted and get out. And I felt right away, I didn't know if she was going to come on strong and really pour on the striking, which wouldn't have been a smart game plan because I would have dropped levels and taken her down. But she chose the smarter route, which was to try to draw me out, capitalize on the fact that I like more action, and pick me apart. And she could have done that if I had been, just a little bit more eager, a little bit more careless. Then, she caught me a couple times. She countered me. She stuffed one of my shots really well. So, but that was her whole game plan. She wanted to shut me down and, and like counter me and pick me apart. And, once I felt that, I knew I had to be very intelligent about how I entered into that space.
How do you prepare when you're, fighting against somebody that you've trained with? Do you try to add new wrinkles to your game, or do you already go in doing what you do best?
So a little bit of both, but I try to take the things that I normally do and use them as a setup. So like sometimes instead of actually throwing my cross, I would just feint my cross because she was stepping to her right, and I was going to look for the hook. Or I threw my jab, and instead of falling with a cross, I threw a leg kick. But I had to, only one time did I come in foolishly for the takedown without a proper setup, and I paid for it. So I got back up, and I was like, well, we got that out of the way, So next time, set it up better. You know better, Sarah. Don't do that again. Respect that she knows that you want to take her down, and do it right.
You made a call for the title shot there in the post-fight speech. What do you make of Misha as a champion?
I think she's a good champion. I think she's a well-rounded fighter. The reason why I want the title shot against her is because our fight was so exciting and so close, and I did really good damage on the feet. I got takedowns, and I think you take that fight and I make a couple of changes, I'm the winner of that fight. So I know that it's so nice being neck and neck with the number one girl, and I'm just chomping at the bit. And I wish I had had a more exciting fight, but when somebody is being strategic and somebody's backing up more, it's hard to press the action without walking into a hard strike. So while I don't think that fight says I am as exciting, I think some of my other fights show that, especially against Misha, is that I am an exciting fighter, when somebody wants to get in there and bang with me. But I've also grown as a fighter to be patient, be selective, and be intelligent about that, and make the fight go where I'm going to win.